Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. This is K16 Mulholland. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and we play Call of Cthulhu, a role-playing game filled with cosmic horror, existential dread, and the blank white balloon that drifts past your second-story bedroom window at 2 in the morning. Yeah. Your investigators of the unknown are Brian as Ben McKnight.
I don't think the salt's working. We need to think of something else.
Pepper, maybe? Maybe some bath salts. I hear those are pretty good.
Yes, those are
We got a salt. Now we just need the battery.
Yeah. Oh.
Lupine as Rosa Garcia.
Hey, I didn't see you coming up with any other ideas, so.
All out
I
of
wish
salt.
it worked.
All out of pepper. Maybe a little Cajun seasoning. I don't know.
All out of fucks.
All out of fucks to give. And Matt as Diego Kennedy.
They don't need me in there. I'm just gonna go over here where it's not there.
Where it's not there.
Strategically not there.
I did it.
Welcome, players. How's everybody doing tonight? This lovely, lovely Wednesday.
Yes.
I'm here.
I know Matt's suffering from allergies. Brian's suffering from lack of sleep. I'm suffering from just existence.
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
Right?
Yeah, same.
Lupine
It's
and I
just
have the same
suffering from life.
disease.
Yeah.
You know, I hear it's terminal.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody gets out of life alive.
That's true. Nobody gets out of here alive, baby. Well, recently in preparation for autumn, speaking of fall allergies, I cleaned off the exterior of our house and sprayed for pests, causing one particularly creepy spider about the span of a baseball to come out of hiding to let me know he didn't care for my cleaning routine. What's a skin-crawling critter you've encountered unexpectedly, either inside or outside your dwelling?
Oh, what are they called? That are like in your moist, wet areas. They have a
You said
lot of
moist.
legs, but they're all like fanned out.
Silverfish or
Silverfish. There was a silverfish.
We're playing Minecraft.
Jeremy knows because he saw it. I think it still lives. It's like taking up residence under my house. It was probably, what did you say, maybe 3.5 or 4 inches long. It did the whole twisty, squirmy thing as it went down the drain. Yeah, that's I don't care. Bugs don't bother me. Spiders don't bother me. I can go up to a spider web, just grab it and, cobwebs. I don't care. But something like that it just doesn't look like it should be on our planet. I'm not for that. Nope.
Nice.
I was actually going for the house centipedes, the ones with the legs that look like they're like 3 times as big as they are.
Oh, yeah.
Are like, and one time I was watching TV. This was in my old place, and so it's time when they all decide to like move in, and I was watching TV. All of a sudden, I look over, and there's this house centipede. Of course, they look like they're 3 as big as they are. So it looked like it was like that long, that wide.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's normal, right?
immediately had
Trying really hard not to make jokes.
Yeah.
Gross.
You can have the house centipede all yourself.
Matt,
They say something 6 inches, but
how about you, Matt?
I've yet to find anything creepy and/or crawly that actually bothers me. Like, I'm cool with, snakes and spiders and anything in that. Like, they're cool. They do not bother me. There was a time way back during our last major family vacation where we were doing a cruise. This is way back in the early 2000s. We were doing a cruise through the Caribbean, and we stopped on one of the islands to do a walking tour of like a nature preserve. And as we were walking the trail, I was right behind the guide, and he's like, "Oh, look!" And he bends over and he picks up a tarantula.
Oh.
And he turns around and he's like, here you go. And I'm like, oh, cool. And he puts it in my hand and I turn around and everybody else is about half a football field that way. I'm like, I don't know what you're scared of.
Yeesh.
I think tarantulas are cool.
Yeah.
They are cool.
Well, I had.
We have to find our creepy crawly things and put them.
You're sort of cutting out a little bit there.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to find the creepy crawly things and put them in Matt's bed. Although he might already have creepy crawly things in his bed.
Pays extra for that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, a few weeks ago,
For me, fear is not a factor.
there you go.
Oh.
A few weeks ago, we were roasting a chicken in the oven, and halfway through the cook time, we noticed a housefly or two buzzing around indoors. I got out the handheld vac and captured them, then noticed another, and another, and another. All told,
Coming from inside the chicken.
I caught about 24 flies.
Ooh.
We have no idea where they came from, but might have squeezed through a gap in our screen door in a kind of ghoulish parade, eager to sample our dinner bird.
It's gross.
It was
Or like
gross.
when you have a mouse that passed away.
I
in
thought
the
you were going
walls.
to tell.
It was,
say that you opened the oven and there were
and they were inside there. Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
No,
It's
it
coming
was
from inside the chicken.
it was very weird, right? Because like it was
Everybody
suddenly
out.
it was like there was no flies, and then immediately there were all the flies, and then as
weird.
soon as I got rid of them and we shut all the doors, then we got them all and they were just gone.
Weird.
So it was very strange.
They're like,
So I-
charge!
Exactly.
Get in
So I
there!
picked up a neat little tool. It's essentially like a little spring-loaded shotgun that shoots table salt that I
Oh,
just
I've
use to
seen
pick
those.
off flies.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It shoots what? Table salt?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're shooting
That's
Basically,
salt?
it's
what
like
I
li-
need.
a sp- yeah, you're shooting like
That's a
table salt out of like basically like a spring-loaded shotgun.
Not a real shotgun.
But
it's
then,
like
but
this
then there's
big.
like salt, right?
Yeah. Yes.
But it's
all,
salt.
all over the place.
It's just salt, though. You
It's
got to
just
salt
salt.
the
Well,
earth, Jeremy.
I'm actually freakishly good at capturing with my hands, my bare hands. Like
He's
if
like,
You
I
have bare hands?
if I see one, I'll just go pluck it out, and then I'll take it outside and throw it in the air.
He actually
Shake
has
I do.
the reactions of an iguana.
Yeah.
Iguana Jeremy.
And the tongue of an iguana.
My
Ew.
hand is an iguana tongue. Yeah, just it's weird. I don't know why I'm so good at that, but I just am. It's just like one of my stupid.
Everybody's got to have
talents.
some talent.
Exactly. I got demons. Yes, I do have demons. All right, listeners, if you would like to drop us a letter from beyond and tell us all about your creepy crawlies, please visit lovecrafttapes.com anytime and fill out our contact form. We accept well-considered criticism, fawning praise, and even declassified government documents proving the existence of UFOs once and for all. Long live the lone gunman. Who's with me?
Me.
But only on War Thunder.
Yes, only on War
The
Thunder.
truth is in there.
It's inside
Get-
there.
get
It's
it.
inside
Where
the
else am
chicken.
I supposed to leak
Get
my
it.
classified military documents?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
I do have one short little letter
Matthew.
that I scooped up here. This is from M. Forster. They say, well done, Lovecraft Tapes. The prologue to Case 11 of the Lovecraft Tapes creeped me out so thoroughly that I had to turn the lights back on like a baby.
Babies can't reach the light switch.
Yeah, that's silly.
Come on.
That's
Unless
fake.
they have a
Baby lights.
clapper.
It's my gears.
New from HW Industry. It's baby lights.
Baby lights.
Baby lights.
Maybe that.
They're in the
Lights going
sky.
all
Lights
over
made
because
out
they're
of
crawling.
babies.
Baby lights.
They
in the
open their
sky.
eyes and it's just lights.
All right. This show is brought to you in part by our generous fans and supporters on patreon.com/Lovecraft Tapes. So thank you guys for all the support you've given us these many, many years. Hopefully you'll continue to enjoy the bloopers and everything else. We just had a episode released today. I had some pretty good bloopers there at the end. And then also we have a couple secret tapes coming up. We were just discussing those pre-show. So we'll be getting some fresh content out to you guys very soon throughout the holidays. And by holidays, I mean Halloween, because that's really the only holiday that matters for me.
That is right.
Oh, yeah. Well, before we begin, we need to take a quick commercial break. All right.
Hence,
Oh,
quick.
man.
Oh, man. Yeah, hence. All right.
I
Ooh.
thought I rolled really low, and then Brad rolled lower.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's a
Looks like
6.
Matt
Wow.
is going to be selling to Brian.
I'll take it. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, this should be quick.
Hey, you.
Oh, my Lord. You know my brother, you?
Yeah, he's the one who told me to talk to you. Now, look,
Well, then go
Are
talk to you.
are you or your child deathly afraid of the dark? Like,
Well, you is, but my child is not.
well, that might explain why I sold him on this so easily, but just hang with me here. So, if you is afraid of the dark,
Yes, he
and
is.
you are also afraid of the dark, or your child is afraid of the
am.
dark,
No, child's
I've
good.
just the thing for you. Brand new product, never before tested, baby lights.
Ooh, I like that. How's it work?
So you ever wake up in the middle of the night and you realize that it's dark
Yes.
and you're just too terrified to move?
always.
All you gotta do is yell out baby lights, and your ethereal floating companion will pop in from another realm,
Whoa.
shining a very bright white light, which will very much illuminate whatever space you're in, thereby repelling the darkness and anything that may have been residing in it.
Very nice. How much that's going to set me back, though? Because I only have 2 to 3 million on me.
Well, luckily for you, it's not all that expensive. Baby lights is only $19.95. However, you do have to incur the expenses of feeding baby lights.
Oh. What do they eat?
Well, you see, that's the problem. I can't legally say it out loud. And it's not really supposed to be imported into this country because supposedly it's a dangerous predator. Here, I'm just going to hand this over. See this right here? That's what you got to get for him.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Like, do I have to keep that in my house until I need a light and then feed it to the baby?
Well,
Light?
no, you just got to feed it like once a month. It's like a snake. Just every now and then.
Okay. Where do I get this animal?
See, that's
to
not
feed
my
to the
problem.
baby lights.
Oh, talk to you. He figured it out.
Okay. So, if I don't have something to feed the baby lights, what happens?
Oh, it's nothing too terrifying. If the baby lights goes too long without food, it instead of dispelling the darkness, tends to magnify it, and whatever is out there is empowered in such a way as to make the harm that it may cause you and or anybody in your household tenfold stronger, something like that. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. I'll take one for me because I am terrified of the dark.
All right.
And I'll take one for my son because he's not yet scared of the dark, but he will be.
Oh, they always are, aren't they?
He will be. Bye.
And we're back. If you were to seal that product and or service away in a time capsule to be opened in 100 years, what one other item would you pair with it to surprise future folk?
A COVID test. Surprise!
A copy of an Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh.
You cut out a little bit there, kiddo.
Sorry, a copy of an Are You Afraid of the Dark book. So like, was it not R.L.? Yeah, R.L. Stein. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes. We are.
Just a single piece of paper that says it's too late.
The baby lights are everywhere. Well, for me, I would definitely include the Criterion Collection version of Citizen Kane, but inside the slipcase would actually be a disc of Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, because let's face it, the future wouldn't know any better.
I
Yeah,
want to
fuck those
send them.
guys.
I want to send them a VHS and just like watch them try to figure it out.
If they want to figure out how to use the VHS, they have to call you on a landline rotary dial phone.
Right.
Now, don't be ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Well, it is time, my friends, to play Case 16, Tape 8. Kappa, 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 Chameleon.
Oh. Cap.
Previously on the Lovecraft Tapes. There exist within nature strange permutations of evolution, hidden blissfully from the public eye, yet condemned to live at the fringes, ever watchful, waiting, hungry. Rosa and Ben attempt to confront the shambler that was once Peter Robinson, only to discover they've arrived too late to rescue Counselor Tammy. Diego rejoins the group, but upon first sight of the leech zombie, the stress of his recent brushes with the unknown becomes too much for his fragile mind to handle. With fear riding high and the afternoon waning on, our investigators can only hope for a reprieve from yet more daylit horror. Rosa and Ben. The moment Diego cuts and runs, hurling himself out the back window of the barracks, your nerves are on high alert, jangling at the back of your head like warning bells from another dimension. In the other direction, blocking the doorway in and out of the barracks, Counselor Tammy stands clutching her head as if it might explode at any moment. She looks at you with wild, frightened eyes, her chin stained with bloody puke, mouth moving as if speaking silently. As you watch, another leech slips from her lips, plopping onto the ground to join a half-dozen others squirming aimlessly in a pool of crimson. Would anybody like to read lips?
Oh, hell.
Yeah, I can do that. I can read lips.
Have at it.
I'm
Say what?
Where's Reed Lips?
Oh. Damn.
Do it.
No.
Do it. You kidding me? We haven't had a win yet.
But I don't have a lot of luck.
I'll give you mine. Where am I missing where Reed Lips is at?
Okay, fine.
Tell the audience what you rolled.
I rolled a 29 over 21, so that's a fail. I'll do it. Fine. I'll spend the luck.
Peer pressure.
You can spend 8 points of luck to make
I'm
that
going to spend
success.
8 to make that a regular success.
All right. And what does that bring your luck down to?
My luck is at 30.
Ooh, okay.
Now, if she says you're out of luck, I'm going to be pissed. You're out of luck.
Yeah,
So-
she better say something good now.
You can discern 3 words from the mouth of Counselor Tammy.
Drink your Ovaltine. Crummy commercial.
Damn it! The words are Nikki, Brigitte, vampire. And then her eyes roll up in her head and she falls face first onto the floor. You can hear the shatter of her nose as it impacts with the wooden flooring. And there's a loud crunch and something goes skittering across the floor in a bloody smear to land 10 feet from where you stand. It is a lower plate with 4 teeth.
Yeah.
That was the
Okay.
teeth in the bathroom from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try them on.
I'm not getting anywhere near her. I think I'm just gonna bolt out the window.
I'm
Dig
going
out
to
the
run
right
up.
idea.
Tammy, are you okay?
Give her mouth to mouth. Give her mouth to mouth.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
Hey guys, maybe we should use salt.
Salt should have worked. Salt should have worked.
Fuck you, Diego. You're
Anyway.
outside.
I'm gonna put my hand on Rosa's arm and say, "We need to get out of that window now."
Yeah. And I'm gonna try to get out the window. What would you like me to roll, or can I just? I mean, since Diego just went through it, do I have to?
Yep. So the two of you race to the back of the window and easily
Yeah.
slip out of it.
Nice.
Yes.
Just want to note that when I vaulted out the window, it's like that scene in Scott Pilgrim where he dives out the back
Yes,
window and Ramona shows up.
exactly right.
He's
Yeah.
not
He just
here right
walks in,
now.
you just see Diego whoop out the window.
Yeah.
So yeah, the two of you manage to slip out the back window, and you find yourself behind the barracks, looking out at the massive expanse of woods, which you're quite familiar with now.
Yeah, we've got them all mapped
Do I
out in our
see
heads.
Diego anywhere near me?
You do not see anywhere.
Okay.
You can barely concentrate because of the breath ragged in your lungs, and
Oh right.
and Ben breathing heavily beside you.
Sorry about that.
But yeah, you do not see immediately
Stop
in this
breathing in my
area
ear.
any indication of Diego.
Okay.
Okay.
There he is.
I'm gonna yell once for Diego, and then I think I'm,
You want to hear about my economic
Diego, where'd you go? And then I'm gonna be like, oh wait, I don't want anyone to actually know where I am. So
Like you catch yourself midway through the sentence.
yeah, but I do
Diego, where did you go?
I do yell like once.
Okay.
Once.
What?
And your words echo
Somebody yell once?
into the forest, and you hear a lone crow somewhere far away answer.
Once!
Oh, hello, Crow.
Never more! Never more!
Never more than once.
But never again, God damn it.
Fool me
Never
once,
mind.
shame on
Never
me.
mind. Never mind.
Papa do.
So no answer from your query.
Okay. Did he scuff up the ground or?
Sounds like a track roll to me.
Oh my.
Yep.
The last time we did that, we ended up on the other side of the world.
Right?
You should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque.
Oh wait, so that means I succeeded at Red Lips. Yay. Okay. Trek. Yes!
Whoa.
I got extreme success on track with a 4 under 31.
Crap.
Extreme.
Mountain
So-
Dew's all over that.
You bend down and look at, again, the many trails that are going off into
Then
the
I'm like,
forest.
Ben, stop looking at my butt.
We're going to give you the whole track roll, but you're only going to need the edge.
And
I'm going to roll ride. No.
sure enough, you
I'll
find
slap you.
evidence of someone recently having gone into the woods. It looks like whoever
Into the thick of it?
made the tracks was stumbling a bit. And there are several broken branches and matted grass, not even a vague attempt to cover their tracks.
Okay. Do I remember if Diego or something? at all?
Was
I
Diego
don't
what?
think.
Sorry.
Was Diego stumbling?
You don't know once he left the.
Okay, he
Window.
might have hurt himself diving out the
You
window.
do remember that he quite panicked, flung himself out the window.
I had a perfect 10-point landing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, did I mention
10
the barracks
points.
was 5 stories up?
I tucked and rolled.
Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna
That's
I'm gonna follow.
parkour.
I'm gonna turn to Ben. It looks like someone went into the woods over here. Let's follow. Let's
Yeah,
follow
I
the
see
trail.
that too.
But you didn't say parkour.
I spot hidden that you saw that.
Parkour. Parkour.
Okay, let's go.
Parkour.
Let's see if we can catch up with him. He's gonna need help, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Got my trusty spoon.
Spoon.
Yay! Throw a spoon at him.
So let's see. Let's head in and see how far we can track him. If he's moving fast, it shouldn't be as difficult to track him. Plus,
Yeah.
it's fresher than when we tried last time,
Right.
and it's an extreme roll.
Yes.
So what I'm hearing is, with great
Extreme.
confidence,
Yep.
Rosa and Ben embark upon the trail that they've
As we
discovered
march into the
and
forest.
go deeper into the forest.
Deep into the forest. What time is it, by the way? Just
I said late afternoon.
late afternoon. Okay.
It's time for you to get a watch.
As a matter of fact, I said the waning afternoon light, I believe.
Okay.
Ooh,
These are all
so we're
little
going
hints
into
that I
dusk.
keep to you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
If you listen,
Makes
you can
me
pick these
nervous.
things up.
Yeah.
Diego, everything has gone red. You feel the throbbing of blood in your temples. The tempo maddening, threatening to pound your brain into raw meat. And you fight the urge to peel the flesh from your face. Instead, you focus on running out the window into the woods.
Good musical.
The cooler air on your face seems to help, even as your heart flops and flails with the effort. You run faster. Through the trees, deeper into shade, surrounded by emerald silence, lost. Sometime later, your senses return gradually. You're standing in a small glade. Pink and yellow wildflowers hip deep all around. Bumblebees lazily bobbing from bloom to bloom, paying you no heed as they go about their business. Their constant buzzing drone overrides the surge of adrenaline in your system until you can finally take a breath again. Please give me a luck roll.
I needed a 54. I rolled a 30. That's a success.
As you become more aware of your surroundings, you're a little surprised to find that your right hand is still gripping the bow and arrow, the quiver of arrows. Somehow, in your mad dash, you did not lose them.
Oh, fuck.
Thunk.
What am I doing with these? Throw them in the woods.
Well, you do have that momentary thought that this bow and arrow could draw blood from something. and you feel your stomach turn in its queasy guts.
Are we doing ASMR now? Is that what this has become?
Just so tired.
Welcome to the Sleep Deprivation Tapes. Starring Brian.
Do something with that bow, buddy.
I'm going to take a moment and just sit down underneath the tree and lean my back up against it. And I'm going to sit there with the bow and the quiver of arrows in my lap, just looking at them, trying to fight that immediate instinct to just get it away from me or get away from it as far as I can. And as I'm sitting there debating what to do, I'm going to hear my dad's voice. And it's going to remind me of one of the very few times that I remember my dad ever showing any kind of emotion or real genuine affection towards me. It reminds me of when I was a lot younger, maybe 4 or 5 years old. We had, of course, just moved to a new town. And the house that we moved into wasn't the nicest. The military doesn't exactly shell out for, 5-star hotels and plain manners, especially for lower level officers like my father and my mother were back in the day. And I was dead on convinced that there was something living in the closet across from my room. I swore I heard something moving in there. The door was rattling, everything. And I was so scared that I ended up running out crying to my dad, who was sitting at his desk doing some work at the time. And he sat me on his knee and he said, I understand that fear can be a powerful thing, that it makes you want to curl up into a ball and just be as small as you can, that you almost want to disappear. And he looked at me, he said, but the real trick to dealing with fear is not running away from it, but leaning into it. While, yes, that can be a very unsettling experience, using those emotions and using that heightened state that you're in can not only make you better, but can help you turn that very thing you fear into a weapon against itself. And so he handed me a flashlight, pointed me back at my bedroom door, and said, go get him. And so I slowly crept tiptoe across my room over to the closet, put one hand on the doorknob, hands shaking, a little bit of sweating going on. And then I flung the door open as wide as I could and shined the flashlight in there. And the only thing that moved was a spider that was startled out of its web in the corner. And from that day on, I understood that, you have to be careful, that fear is something that happens. It's something that you can't really get rid of and you can't ignore, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a handicap. And I'm going to take that sentiment and I'm going to just sit out there in the woods under that tree and just kind of meditate on that for a little while to try and calm down.
And it begins to work. You feel not only the cool air bringing your temperature down and settling your stomach, but that memory, one of the few good ones where you felt that your dad actually listened to you, helps to reorient your sense of being. And it's almost as if the color at the edges of your vision is bleeding back in. And you take a deep breath, and a voice immediately to your right almost at your shoulder, says,
Roll for sanity? Shit.
"You know, son, I was wrong. Fear is something you should run from." And you look to your right to see your father leaning his back against the same tree. But half of his face is gone. You can see the outline, the singe of gunpowder, where a shotgun blast had decimated everything below his left eye. And he looks at you and says, "Well, what are you waiting for, boy? Shouldn't you be running?"
I'm going to very shakily hold up the bow and knock an arrow to it. Take a deep breath and say, "You know, it's been a long time since I've done anything you've told me. And I'm kind of figuring, why should I start now?" I'm just going to hold that arrow pointed in his direction.
And what's left of his mouth curls into a smile. You can see the teeth glimmering black and decimated in his ruined chin. And he says, "That's my boy." And then he's gone.
Carefully bring the arrow out of position and slowly let go of the string. Gonna put the arrow back in the quiver so I don't hurt myself.
Blood. Oh.
Oh. And then I'm going to kind of look back and forth and go, this way, I guess, and start walking, attempt to walk back the way I came through the woods.
All right. Please give me a track roll.
I needed a 40. I rolled a 53, which is a failure.
Jeez.
All right.
Do it.
Do it.
And the rest of your luck.
So, so you embark upon what you believe is your trail that you came in on. You do see a bunch of matted grass. Some of the wildflowers in the glade had been roughly trodden. And so you gingerly make your way through the long grass and constantly on the lookout for poison ivy. And near the edge of the glade, the track splits in two directions. You can go
Did I
left.
take the road less traveled?
Yes, you can go left or right. You're uncertain which way you might have come from. It's very difficult to tell here.
It's not a yellow wood, it's a green wood. Take the road more traveled.
Do it.
I'm going to take the road more traveled. Final answer. I'm gonna sit there looking back and forth and go, eeny, meeny, this way. And I'm just going to walk on the right, or take the path to the right.
Path to the right. Okay. All right. So you're going to embark upon that. We'll switch back to Ben and Rosa.
What?
So, yeah, you very easily follow along where clearly Diego had been stumbling and running. In some instances, it looks like he picked up speed. In others, he sort of wandered off the path and then came back to the path. And you go by a log that looks to have a single package of ho-hos on it.
Ooh,
Just sitting on this log, this old
That's
dead log.
creepy.
It looks like a
That's
completely
fallen
intact
out of
package.
Diego's pocket.
It's
Oh, I wonder-
it's almost as if it's placed there purposely on top of the log, just out in the open.
I think we should go. We should figure out.
Someone's setting a Diego trap.
Yeah.
Make sure, take a second, make sure
Are
there
there-
isn't a box on a stick above the log.
Are there pieces of candy? We
Ooh,
should go
a
the other
ho-ho.
way.
Oh, God.
It's a trap.
Candy.
What happened?
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. If I look around, do I see more?
No, it appears that's the only one. And it's not if you look around. You do look around.
Yeah.
I look around.
When I look
Do I see more?
around.
Yeah, you look around and do not see anything else.
And the path that we're following that looks like Diego went
Appears
on
to keep
keeps
going by, yeah.
I think he left us a treat to keep us so we have energy to keep going.
But he was running pretty fast.
Then who put that there?
I don't know.
Aren't you?
But if we
hungry?
leave it there, it'll still be there at the end of the apocalypse. So
What do you mean apocalypse?
Ho-hos for Sanity 2024.
I
Okay,
think
we'll
we
get it
should-
on the way back and we'll share it with him, okay?
Yeah,
Deal?
I think we should keep following the trail.
Okay. But we will
I
come
kinda
back this
wanna-
way, right?
Sure, I guess.
Quick, Justin, now I want a t-shirt that looks like a presidential campaign t-shirt that just says Ho-hos for Sanity 2024 on it.
Nice.
Take
All right.
notes.
So the two of you continue on the path, ignoring the ho-hos. And soon you come to a fork in the path where it seems as if he may have gone either left or right.
There's 2 packs of hose.
I
Did we
traveled
get
the
to
ho-ho path. Let's take it.
Did we get to the clearing where he was?
No, not yet.
All right.
And Rosa, because you rolled an extreme,
Yeah.
I will say that
Extreme.
it is as if there are 2 sets of footprints, different sneakers. The one to the left, and you're uncertain which ones Diego may have been wearing.
Yeah.
Roll for sneaker.
But it is definitely 2 people. With an extreme, you know what? I'm going to say it appears that it's the same one that you've been following veered to the left. But another one, perhaps a heavier person, still about the same size shoe, veered to the right.
I'm gonna go left.
Okay. Continuing along, following what you believe is Diego's footprints.
Because I think we should ideally we should find him first.
Okay. Awesome. So you veer left and come upon a clearing after about 15 minutes. It is a glade of sorts with a bunch of wildflowers, and they're very tall wildflowers. Come up
Smells
to
really good.
yeah, it's very fragrant here.
Mm-hmm.
Bees are buzzing all around in the late afternoon air. That one crow is actually in the treetops at the edge of this glade, looking down upon you silently.
Once.
Nevermore.
Never mind.
And just at first glance, there is no sign of Diego.
No
right.
billboards or anything?
Why don't you give me a spot hidden, both of you?
Yeah. I want
Yeah.
to do stuff too.
Do that.
I did stuff. I needed a 45, rolled a 17, yo.
That's hard.
Success.
Hard. I failed with a 65 over 25.
Spend
but-
a lot. Oh,
Yeah.
Your success is hard.
So Rosa bends down to try to get a better read on where the tracks
Try to
might
dodge.
lead. But
And I follow
Ben
her.
is looking over the wildflowers and scanning the past the bees and everything, and notices that crow up there. But he also notices something leaning up against one of the trees. It looks like it might be an arrow.
I'm going to slowly walk over and a little bit hesitant, but see if what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing. If it is, I'm going to grab it.
So you stride through the wildflowers.
Not the bees.
And when you get within 20, 30 feet, you see that indeed it is an arrow. You
Okay.
notice the feathering where you would knock it ordinarily.
Okay.
However, it's not leaning against the tree. It's actually in the tree, as if someone had shot the tree with the arrow.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to pull it out in a twisting motion.
All right.
Pulling as I twist to see if I can unlodge it, because I would love to have something to protect myself with.
Sure. Go ahead and just give me a dexterity. That sounds
I don't want to.
appropriate.
I needed an 80. I rolled a 16. That's an extreme. I pulled the whole tree up by its roots.
Yep. You now have 63 arrows,
Yeah,
but you have to
The
sharpen.
twist and tug.
but I have to make them.
The old twist and tug. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Patented move. That's my move.
Hey,
Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes After Dark. Tonight's subject, the old twist and tug.
Old twist and tug.
Join us, why don't you?
you ever been at a truck stop?
So
ever
yeah,
been
you
alone
you
in
have
the
an
bathroom
arrow,
at a truck
Ben,
stop wishing for the old twist and tug.
and it's in perfect shape. The one thing you do
Nice.
notice is that because you rolled so well, that whoever shot it didn't shoot it with enough power to embed it very far.
Okay. Maybe practicing or something. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So
I'm going to turn on my swivel and hold it above my head and show
You have a
Rosa.
swivel?
I got one!
nice.
Shoot her! Shoot her!
Killer!
Yeah. So Ben now has an arrow, and Rosa, you're able to see that looks like Diego has veered off onto another set of tracks and has gone in a completely different direction.
Okay. Assuming that he's not like thinking clearly, I'm going to follow.
Okay. So Diego, you continue on the path to the right, is what you chose. And soon you find yourself amid some dead trees. The forest has slowly shown that it has a bit of rot. So gradually, the beautiful glade behind you has given way to something where disease has stripped the leaves from the trees, and everything has a miasma of death and dying. There's a slight mist in the air. And if you look behind Lupine, you'll see exactly what that looks like. And there are little...
I'm in the forest.
Yes, you're there. You're right there. And you see
Run,
Lupine. Holy shit.
Forrest.
You don't know who that is.
Too.
Can I have your autograph?
Stranger danger.
And you see these puddles filled with dead leaves and so forth. And yes, there's a puddle right there. But the trail continues along deeper into this copse of withered forestry.
Oh. Who turned on the Disney villain switch? Feel like something's gonna jump out and go boo.
Boo hoo.
Boo. Boo.
Don't cry, it's just a joke.
It's a raven up above you going boo. Boo boo.
Ah.
Boo. Boo.
Just arrows everywhere.
Ah, boy. I've seen enough movies to know how this is going to end. Onward, and we're going to keep walking.
All right. So you go probably another 20 minutes or so, and it's becoming more and more difficult to continue on the trail. The ground is becoming spongy beneath your feet. And suddenly you remember tales of quicksand and sinkholes.
Lightning sand?
Lightning sand.
Oh, man.
And so you're stepping
As long as this
gingerly
isn't the swamp of
from...
eternal sadness.
It is. You're stepping gingerly from tree root to tree root, trying to keep on solid ground beneath you. And pretty soon you realize that if you forge ahead in this too much farther in this direction, there's a good chance you might be entering into a place where you might not be able to pull your sneaker from the muck.
Don't worry, your best friend is not a horse. You're gonna be okay.
Atreyu.
You know
Oh
what?
no, but my friend is a good
Upon further
Oh.
consideration of the situation,
I resign.
it's time for a strategic retreat. I'm going to turn around and start walking in the opposite direction.
And you
I'm
turn
not
around.
doing this because of the forest. I'm doing it because I want to.
You don't tell me what to do, Forrest. You're not my real dad.
You turn around, finally fed up with this morass. And you see something to the left in a pile of broken branches. It looks like a human hand thrust outward from within this bramble.
Well, that's a big fat nope. I'm going to take out I'm going to take out one of the arrows and I'm going to stick it into the tree next to me so that if I ever feel the need to come back out here, I might be able to find that again.
Oh. Huh?
And you notice that's odd. Looks like one of your arrows is missing.
I thought... Who thought putting this behind me was a good idea? I can't... Oh, man.
He's like, God damn it. I can't get to him.
I can't... This is a bad idea. Who designed this? I must have dropped it somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow. So I'm going to make sure the arrow is safely in the tree, and I'm going to keep walking back out of this area, back towards terra firma.
All right. And as you pass back the way you came, keeping a keen eye on that bramble with the hand thrust outward from beneath it,
I'm not falling for your tricks.
you can't help but notice a
Ho-ho.
mop of
A mop?
blonde hair.
Wait, does that make it Brigitte or Nikki?
Nikki's the blonde.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. My trap senses are tingling.
Admiral
There's a
Akbar
box hanging from the
says,
tree. Don't mind this.
It's fine.
Oh,
go
no. Here's
for
a
it.
sign that says it's not a trap. So, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's in the hand that's under the brambles. He's holding the sign.
Definitely not a trap.
Free bird seed.
it's
Oh,
not a
I
trap.
don't mind if I do.
Look, piece of candy.
I'm going to very carefully take just a few tree roots closer to the bramble and see if I can't get a better look.
It seems like there's somebody under
Watching
the
me?
bramble, but they're quite motionless. You do catch a glimpse of pale, bloodless skin.
They did say.
Hello? You okay? You
No answer.
want a ho-ho?
Absolutely no
Oh,
answer.
boy. I'm going to pick up a long, sturdy stick, and I'm going to get closer to it, and I'm going to kind of start like poking at it with the stick to try and push some stuff away to see if I can't uncover a little bit more of the body.
Poke it in the eye.
Boink. Oops.
Why I oughta?
So you grab a heavy stick and push away some of the brambles that have been hurriedly used to cover up this corpse, which, as you dislodge one of the underlying brambles, flops over, and you can quite clearly see the features of Nikki,
Menage.
quite dead, bloodless.
Fuck me.
And we'll head back to Rosa and
Reality.
Ben.
I knew it.
Okay.
And I'm in the back behind Rosa, and I'm like, don't forget to turn left up here. No.
Did you take those ho-hos, Ben?
No, no.
Don't litter.
That plastic will be in this forest for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that back then,
Right?
Captain Planet is disappointed in you.
unfortunately.
So, we're just following this trail from the clearing from the low glade to, hopefully Diego.
Yep. So you continue to follow the this trail that you believe will lead to Diego.
I hope.
And after about 15 minutes or so, you find yourself in this rough clearing that has a bog at the edge of it that bubbles and burbles with sort of thick, algae-ridden muck.
Okay.
And sitting on a stump, reading a book, is Nikki. Oh, hey, Rosa. Ben? What are you guys doing here?
We're looking for Diego. Have you seen him?
Oh, no. Not for a while, anyways. Did you check the lake? Maybe he's...
I
don't know.
read the journal to you, Ren. Did it say
Yeah.
anything about Nikki and Brigitte? I don't remember. Did you read anything, Diego?
I wish I
in
would have
there
read
about
that again.
Nikki and Brigitte?
Yeah, I covered the fact that they told me that they were
Yeah, so I don't
the
trust.
same
I don't
person.
trust
yeah.
Nikki as
Okay.
far as I can throw him.
I would
Right.
say Rosa knows this for sure.
I don't think I
Yes.
know.
I don't think Ben is clued in yet.
Yeah.
Because as that
Okay.
happened, as you're like, don't touch my journal, he went out, you read what he wrote, she showed up. And I
Yes.
was just like, duh, with my pants around my ankles.
Pretty much. Yep. So yeah, you're quite aware, Rosa, but
Free
beyond
balling,
that.
just flapping in the wind.
Okay. So I'm gonna I guess you're behind me, so I'm gonna reach back and like grip your arm really hard,
Okay.
and I'm gonna whisper,
Ow, Rosa, what you doing? No.
Nikki is a bad thing.
Okay. So you said to check the lake, you think?
Oh yeah, I think so. That's the last time I saw him. So you want me to come with?
I think we can find our way, but
We can.
What are you guys doing out here, anyways?
we were looking
We're
for
just looking at
Diego.
Oh well, you don't look so good. What's with the arrow, Ben?
I found it in a tree. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it kind of looks like one of Diego's.
As I said, we're looking for Diego. So
Oh,
Yeah, we thought maybe he shot into a tree, like practicing.
it's probably the other
Moved
path, I
on.
bet.
where'd you find it?
Yeah, we're just gonna look, okay? We'll go back this way.
Where'd you find the arrow,
Thanks.
though?
Well, we found it in the woods somewhere, and it lodged in a tree. It looked like someone was maybe practicing.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Well,
we're
you know,
gonna-
I'm
we're
not
gonna
doing
just
anything. I'm
go
just
back
reading a
this way.
book, so I'll come with.
Yeah, have fun. Reading your book.
Yeah, I'll
It's,
come with you guys.
It's a good day to read a book in the woods. I love
What,
reading books in the woods.
what you guys been up to today? Anyways,
Yeah,
beyond this?
it sounds really nice. And I'm like backpedaling as hard as I can.
And you see a look of shock on Nikki's face. What's going on, man? I thought we were cool.
Well, you just looked like you were having such a good time. You were so peaceful here in the woods, and
Man, I'm so
sorry,
bored.
Well, then what? Where's the?
I'm
Look,
trying to
a
process
distraction.
this. I'm trying to process all of this because she grabbed my arm and I know what that means from her.
Okay,
knowing
I'm
her.
literally going to say, "Oh my God, what is that?" and point behind him.
Give me
around
a
and
psychology roll.
Okay.
I usually prefer the
Psychology
classic.
roll.
When it comes to distractions, I prefer the classic.
I can't.
Yeah, that's a
think of
weird
anything else.
place to put a piano. That usually works most of
I
the
like
time. People are like,
pianos,
"What a
too.
piano!"
Oh
Okay.
shit. Okay.
Ooh,
All right. That's pretty
12
good.
under 60.
That's pretty good.
In a world
All right, I
where
gotta check- I
everybody
gotta
rolls
check my
extreme
character sheet here.
successes all the time.
Psychology. Ooh, I got a shitty psychology. But I'll give it a try anyways. Did I roll a 10?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yes, the cheat box ticked
No.
again. doesn't it?
It's not as good as yours, but you have a good one. So Nikki goes, "What? Where?" and turns around.
Okay. I'm running as fast as I can. I'm turning around. I'm grabbing Ben by the arm and I'm running as fast as I can back around.
Like those
I
old cartoons, you look
Yeah.
back and Ben is just like bouncing up and down behind her.
Yes.
On the
yes.
trees down the trail.
Yeah,
Whoa,
like
whoa,
Ben is
whoa,
not
whoa.
running. He's just like.
All right, and so
You
you
look back
guys.
and they're just two like smoke impressions of where they were.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so you're running back down the trail that you came through, and so I think what we'll need to
And
do.
pick your fucking feet up.
I don't
Run.
feel. I don't feel like doing a chase. So fuck that.
Thank
But
you.
Screw that. And I don't think it's
but I had
appropriate
chase music ready.
anyways. But
Yeah.
I do want to see if like you guys get lost. So
Okay.
I'm thinking. I don't know. I don't want to go for a track here. Let me just double check something. You know what? I'm gonna make it easy for you. I think.
Like
I'll make it easy for you, Rosa. Why don't you give me a reach roll?
Oh.
Reach into your roll.
That is a success with a 63 under an 80.
All right,
Nice.
great. So yeah, you sense more than anything else, inadvertently, maybe Diego's latent Garcia reach is coming through. You get a sense that you need to backtrack to that split and go the other way. And that's the direction you head. Now, you are probably about 40 yards from the clearing where you met Nikki when you just hear in the distance, "Oh, fuck."
Not again. The third time this week I've fallen for that.
Diego, you're looking into a version of Nikki that, if it had blood in the body and hadn't been out here for a day or two,
Deflated, you might say.
Deflategate,
Deflate goat.
might look quite a bit like the Nikki Brigitte thing that you've been dealing with. And you do recall Brigitte saying something about taking the brother out here somewhere. First the sister and then the brother.
That's just wrong.
Mm-hmm. I believe that was your comment, actually. Something about Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, baby. So
I hear
yeah,
banjos pedal faster.
you're pretty sure that this is the remains of the real Nikki Miller, I think is the last name. Double checking. I changed it from Martin to Miller to make sure. Yeah, you're pretty sure this is the remains of the original Nikki Miller. And you wonder what that thing did with the real Brigitte Miller. But it wouldn't be out here because it said that happened at home in LA.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. It's times like this, I'm glad I'm an only kid.
Same.
And we're just going to kind of try and gently move some of the stuff back over the body and then set the stick down and slowly back out of there. And then start heading back out towards less sneaker dangerous territory.
Okay. So you backtrack along the path that you came on, and after about 25 minutes, you hear,
Look over there.
Ben and Rosa talking to each other.
I didn't take the hobo.
That was it was a vampire thing. Oh my
What are you two mooks doing out here?
Diego, there you are. We're not fig Newtons of your
we saw-
imagination.
We saw the Nikki thing. It was okay. So it was
Oh
like Nikki,
yeah,
but it
the
wasn't
Brigitte
really Nikki.
Nikki. Yeah, no, I
Okay,
get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Guys, you gotta tell me what's happening. Rosa said a
was it-
vampire, and you said a Nikki Brigitte thing. What is going on?
so Diego wrote in my diary, which was super not cool, but he
Diego.
wrote
It's the only safe place I could think of putting that when no one else would find it.
he wrote about the fact that like Nikki and Brigitte are not actually Nikki and Brigitte, and
They're both some kind of weird vampire thing. They're
and
tethered to some sort of swamp monster.
when we were in the cabin earlier, and Tammy came in, I could read her lips, and she said Nikki Brigitte vampire, and I don't know why, but I assume that means that the two of them are like a vampire thing, and we
But they're like the same person. Like Nikki can
gotta watch
be
out for them.
Brigitte, and Brigitte can be Nikki. It's weird.
that seems like a really
like
bad
they can
vibe.
change what they look like.
Yeah. Like it's like you're looking at Nikki and then you'll like turn around and then you'll turn back and then it'll just be Brigitte in the same spot.
Like a
So wait,
shapeshifter or
wait.
something.
Ben, show him the arrow. Show him the arrow that you picked up.
I found this stuck in a tree. This is one of yours, right?
Definitely looks like one of mine. I mean, I'm missing one.
I mean, you
But I,
barely stuck it in the tree. I easily pulled it out.
I'm pretty sure I didn't stop and shoot at anything though. I just figured that I dropped it
That's
when I was
weird.
running.
That's weird.
You sure it wasn't like Nikki Brigitte thing trying to mess with you?
I didn't even know what that was until just now. So,
Nikki didn't seem
Could
to know
be.
where we'd been.
yeah, they seemed a little confused, like why we were out there. Rosa did
Yeah,
a good one, though,
they're
and said, "What was that?"
swamp-
And he looked.
Father,
Yeah,
parent, mother thing.
He fell
is-
for that. He fell for that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, cool. Anyway,
He's not the brightest.
Yeah, no. So what do we do about them? I mean, they're turning everyone into zombie things with leeches and what was,
I mean, so
and-
far it's just
and
been
Dana,
Peter
what
and
was that
Tammy.
thing- What was that thing with Tammy in the bunkhouse? Why did you? I mean, I don't know. It seemed like maybe there was something more than just Tammy being like possessed or something.
No, I just thought she was, there to like get me. So I was like, oh boy. And I was, got to get out of there. That's definitely all it was.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
how are you feeling
'cause you're a
now?
boy. But okay.
Diego.
Stab, stab, stab.
Oh, blood.
Oh no, blood! Ah! So wait, seriously, guys, what do we do? What do we do about them? Because
Well-
they're gonna come for us. They know that we know.
Well, first things first, there is the matter of father, what do they call it? Father, mother, or something like that. Look, it's a big, weird, like swamp blob creature thing that they say they have to keep
Yeah.
feeding,
know
which is why everyone
they
keeps
said-
disappearing.
Are vampires really in like public or in like pop culture now? I feel like in the 70s they're not really. Vampires are not really.
They don't
They've
sparkle
always-
yet.
They've always
Yeah.
been popular, though.
True. Okay.
Ever since we realized
When
that
did
they're real.
when did Dracula with Bela Lugosi come out? I think that's when.
1939.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah. Okay.
Thereabouts.
So
Classic monster movie.
Nosferatu.
so we know about vampires. They're not like
See if I'm
real. I was about to say real vampires. I
They're
feel
not like
I
real
feel like
ones.
Rosa might say real
31.
vampires. They're not like real vampires. They don't like suck blood or anything, but it sounds like they suck something.
Wow. Where's this clearing at?
Look,
But it would make sense though, because I mean, Tammy was like all gross and drained of blood, right?
what about Peter? I mean, you guys had
Yeah.
a better look at him than I did.
He was drained of
He
blood
was-
too, so
yeah,
they do
when
drain
we
the
got a look at
blood.
him. Yeah,
Like a real vampire, like the ones we know are real.
Yeah.
but they're not
Look.
draining it from like holes in their neck because Peter had holes in his
His
tongue.
tongue.
Was that it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Look,
I bet they
I
can do
told
it any
them
way they
through
want.
The tongue or
Mm.
something.
all I know is they're gonna lead their weird swamp blob parent thing down to the lake at midnight, and
Okay.
I need to
The lake. That's where all the kids are.
I need to take one of these arrows here, and I need to shoot, and I need to hit something at like the back of the throat to kill it. And then they said once I killed that they would go off on their own and we wouldn't have to deal with them.
So they're just gonna leave, even though we
Yeah,
know their
well, they-
secret.
Yeah, they just told me that they just wanted the mother father thing to go so that they could be free to leave this place, that they
And you trust them.
don't want to hang around. At the time, it was a thing, and I was like stuck there.
Okay.
It made sense
If you
when
had
I
to,
was
if you had to
saying
say
it.
stuff to get out of there, that makes sense. But like, do you trust them now?
I mean, honestly, she made me an offer
that
to
you
join
couldn't
them.
refuse?
So you're gonna leave and just join them? You're gonna kill people?
I mean, come on. Being a vampire
gonna start
can be
backing
kinda
away from-
cool.
You're gonna
It
back-
doesn't look very
they don't
cool
have
to
anything
me.
yet.
But
You're always on the
you're
run. You
taking
gotta kill
people's
children.
lives. You're stealing people's lives.
Don't you mute me?
We'll burn that bridge when we come to it.
Now you're burning bridges and killing people?
Look, all I know is we need to get back to camp and be down at the lake at midnight to finish off whatever that weird monster blob thing is.
All right, then let's go.
What are we gonna tell the kids? They need to go somewhere too. This is too much.
I quit.
Well, we could get them all out to the road, I guess, but I mean,
And like
one
tie them
really
up
knows
and put them in the road.
No, no.
We'll
one
tie
really
them up
knows
and put
how
them on
to
the
drive.
railroad tracks.
Put the kids in the road. Who needs kids?
We're children. We're children.
Not for long once that bus comes.
Mm-mm.
Isn't Mr. What's his name? It's Lem, but what was just Lem?
Counselor Lim.
Lem is
Counselor Lem. When was
Yes.
Counselor Lem supposed to be back? I don't think he was supposed to be away that long. A day.
I think he might have gotten
It's only been 2 hours.
eaten.
You think he's gone and dead?
He left this morning.
Diego, what'd you do? Burning bridges,
Okay,
killing
that
kids,
one
and
was on
Lem.
me.
Well,
Diego,
we
you can't join them. You can't join them.
We need to go down. I mean, you're right about one thing. We need to get the kids to a safe place.
I'm only right
I
about one
guess.
thing. Diego should
Yeah,
join them
only about
and
one
kill
thing.
children. Okay, let's
where can
focus on
we-
that first. I agree.
Where
Let's
can
do
we
that.
get the kids? Where can we put the kids so that they're safe? Where can we? Where's a safe place?
I don't know
We
if
have to
there
worry
is
about
one.
Tammy and Peter.
I think Tammy's done for, honestly. The way she hit that floor, I
Well-
don't think she's getting up.
I mean, you said the same thing about Peter.
I did?
Right.
The way he hit the floor, he's not getting up.
Huh.
Oh.
And should have got low.
Low.
So
Is there like a
Let's-
building we can barricade them in? Or
I mean, we could try the cafeteria.
we could try like the counselor's cabin.
Well, that could work too, maybe. But you saw what Peter did to that door. It was like it was
Right.
nothing.
Yeah, we got it.
I say
wonder
we set the
how-
kids up in a circle right down by the lake and draw in the creatures.
Using
we'll use them as bait.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
I like it.
So, what do we do? with
I
each other?
don't know.
So anyway, we were.
Well, first of all, we need to get back
Now
to
I'm
camp.
thinking about it. Damn it!
I know which way is back to camp, but I want you to tell me which way is back to camp so I can tell you if you're right
I
or
know
not.
you have to show me.
No, see, I know, and you
no,
have
see,
to show
I know, and
No,
I
I
want to
know.
make sure that you know.
Oh, I definitely know, but if you
Stab
show
them
me,
both
then
with the
I
arrow.
can tell. Oh no, blood!
Oh no, we have to carry Diego, or just leave him here. Quick,
Yeah.
bow and
Oh,
arrow,
well.
let's just leave him here.
Bye. Go
No,
back
I
to
can
that
be the
hobo.
vampire.
So, can I get back to camp just on?
Can I?
The-
Can I?
No, I'm asking if I need another roll. I'd like to get back to camp just on the.
I'm at the camp.
No, just.
Ben walks back into back camp
on the
and you
extreme.
pan back out to
wait.
Rosa and Diego. No, I know, but you have to show me.
As we walk out of the woods to the camp, we're like, "No, I know, but you have to show me."
No, see, I know that you know that I know, but you have to show me. So
But
you know
I
that
know
I know.
that you know that I know that you know.
No,
that I
because
know.
you know that I. What were we saying again?
And
Hey,
I'm
look,
like,
it's the
we're
vessel.
talking about not knowing about.
Are you eating my ho-hos?
No.
Oh yeah, did you leave a package of hose?
Not.
Did you?
Why would I waste perfectly good ho-hos like that?
Well, I don't know, but it was just there.
There were ho-hos sitting on a log, all
Do you
all
make
wrapped
sure
up.
there weren't any razor blades inside? I hear stories of people putting razor blades and things like that.
I look shocked, like, oh shit. I
Ben,
swallowed
did
them
we need to
whole.
Tell
sell
me.
you a ton of mashed potatoes?
Ho-hos.
All right, so we're back at camp.
Oh,
We've been
that was
arguing the
fun.
entire way about who knew how to get back to camp.
I rolled for sanity 10 times.
just listening to it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, so
right.
yeah, Rosa and Diego are leading the way, not even really paying attention, just innately knowing the way
Right?
back to camp by arguing with each other as to which way is the camp. Once
The way
No, I
only
will not
cousins
stop and
can.
ask for directions. I know where I'm going.
Yes.
We're taking a shortcut.
No, ask that tree, Diego.
I'm not going to
Ask
ask the tree.
directions.
I'm not asking the tree. I know where I'm going. We do not need directions.
And sure enough, you find yourself back at the rear of the barracks where you
Nice.
departed
rear.
from.
All right.
Oh,
I'm gonna sneak up
yeah.
and peer in the window, see if Tammy's still there.
You creep up to the window and peek through. It's a bit darker now because it is later afternoon, probably close
Yeah.
to like 4 or 5 at this point, after all of that fun stuff in the woods. And you look immediately to where she had face planted, just inside the doorway. The doorway is still wide open at the other end of the cabin. And there is a disturbing blotch of discolored liquid seeping into the floor, but no sign of any leeches or Tammy. There, you do spy the plate is still sitting there with the 4 teeth.
Okay. See, Ben, I think she got up and ran away.
Oh, what are we going to do? There's no
Let's
way
go-
we're safe for these kids.
Let's go down to
Thinking
the
of kids.
let's go down to the lake and see if
Oh,
there's
somebody think of the children.
Oh, that's true. If Tammy got down there, we might not have to worry about them.
right. So, I'm going to run around the cabin
Yeah, and follow.
and down towards the lake.
Yep.
Okay. I assume you're going to, Diego?
He dives back in the window.
So the three of you
Alley-oop.
race around the
Parkour.
barracks and come out into the main area where where all of the campfires are located and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're immediately struck by how eerily quiet it is.
Oh, boy.
As you look around, you can see the mess hall, the counselor cabin, the first aid cabin. All of the doors are wide open. And here and there you can see blotches of blood. Except for Diego. He's purposely looking at the sky.
Oh, wow.
Ignoring
Does that cloud look
anything.
like a puppy dog to you? That looks like a puppy dog.
Discolored puddles of liquid. And we'll say bile. That's a little better.
Okay.
Puddles of bile with leeches here and there that have been stomped on and destroyed, but not enough to make you feel safe.
Right.
And you continue along over the lip that leads down to the lake. And you immediately see a couple of overturned canoes floating in the lake. Oh no. Drifting of their own volition, pushed by the wind. You see no one at the docks. But then you hear something shambling behind you.
We're children.
All around you, actually.
I'm gonna. Well, if I hear the sound behind me first, I'm gonna whip around, see what it is.
Rosa whips us around
Roadhouse.
and sees Rosa and Harcourt and Lindsay.
Okay.
Oh my God, Harcourt, Lindsay, are you guys okay?
And they don't answer because they can't answer. Their eyes dead and white,
No.
like the bloated underbellies of fish floundered on the shoreline.
Should've
Their
brought them all with us.
mouths slowly yawning open to spill out leeches.
Like this?
Exactly that. Yeah, I suppose. Tune in next time
Oh,
as we play another reel
Oh, man.
of the Lovecraft tapes.
I know those.
Well,
kids.
hey, we don't have to worry about the kids.
Yeah, well, we do,
They were children. They were children.
but not in the way we thought we'd have to worry about them.
Yeah,
You guys
How
were
many
on a long
arrows do I
time.
have?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're about to go
That's fair.
Hawkeye up in this shit.
Don't you mean like Kate Dennison or whoever?
Yeah.
Is that her name, Kate Dennison?
I think so.
Kate something.
She does have a name. I know that.
Yeah, that's true.
Who?
Starts with a K.
Yep. The one that's replacing Hawkeye in the Marvel
okay.
universe. Bird Girl.
Bird girl.
Caw-caw, caw-caw.
Oh man, this is gonna be bonkers. We're only on tape 8.
You got 3 to go.
Maybe.
Supposedly.
Maybe.
TPK.
I'm not
TPK.
100% sure how
TPK.
we're gonna make it out of this one.
Toilet paper
It's going to
kills.
be interesting.
Yeah.
Toilet paper kills.
Bidets only. TPK.
I mean, we could
For
always
days, for
just run
days.
away. That's an option.
We
Yeah.
never speak of this again.
Yeah.
So what's up with the canoes, though? Upside
Well-
down, out in the middle of the water.
They're not in the middle of the water. They're in they're near the dock, I thought.
They're out
Or
in the
they-
middle
Ben's
of the
correct.
lake.
I have a feeling they got
Floating
jumped
in the middle
halfway
of the
across
lake.
the lake.
Oh,
Oh, the leech is in the water.
yeah.
Father mucker.
It's coming from inside the water. Everybody
Mother
out!
flipper. Yeah.
That hurts like a butt cheek on a stick.
Oh,
Okay.
Or a
well,
stick in a butt cheek.
what?
Prosthetic butt cheeks. What?
Next
those
commercial.
don't hurt.
Yeah, buck cheeks bugging you.
Buck cheeks.
Prosthetic butt
Buck
cheeks.
cheeks.
Buck cheeks.
We're all a little
when they
tired
don't-
today.
That's when they don't fit together, so they're just
Ugh.
kind of like buck cheeks.
You got buck
Like,
them
hey,
cheeks.
how you
She's got
doing?
one cheek slightly further out than the other one.
It's like bowed legs, but bowed cheeks.
Bow cheeks.
Buck cheeks. Oh.
Bow finger. All
Do
right,
you
guys.
have buck cheeks?
Bow finger.
Now it's time for some hashtag recommendos where we share some of our geeky obsessions. Please
Do it.
roll the Hondo.
Do it hard. Do that.
Oh, shit.
Boom.
62.
46.
All right.
71.
Lupine, start us off, please.
Okay, tonight I might be stepping on Matt's toes a little tiny
Do
bit.
it.
Ow!
What?
Sorry, but he read my diary. Okay.
Rude.
It was.
I have been playing a game called. I'm just making sure. No, I didn't. I already recommended this. Okay, West of Dead. It is a really good game, roguelite, and you're a person who's a person, a man, a something. Yeah, they don't really explain a lot when you start it. You're just kind of like, so you end up in purgatory, because ostensibly you're dead. Again, they don't really explain like basically anything, and every time you die, you end up back in purgatory, and purgatory is like a bar. And one of my favorite things is walking up to the dude, the other person who's drinking at the bar, and they're just like, and I just love how they say. So anyway, but it's a really empty bar, and you always start back there, and then you come out of the bar, and you're given two weapons, a rifle type weapon, a long gun, and a short gun, like a handgun type weapon. And then you have to go through a bunch of rooms, and you have unlimited ammo, which is nice because I'd run out of ammo real fast. But and it's just a bunch of rooms, and they don't tell you where to go, and they don't tell you what you're looking for. You just kind of run through the rooms and shoot at the things. You can do a lot of parkour fun things with the things you can hide behind. If you go up to just like one of the low tables or whatever, they'll like automatically move your character so that they're like hiding behind it, and then you can vault it if you want, and you just move around, and there's a bunch of different enemies, guys with guns, dogs, things, trolls with giant cleavers, but whatever. There's really there's no story at all, and I am totally okay with that.
It looks cool.
Yeah, and the art style is amazing. It's that line drawings, but then they made it like they put it on cells, so
Yeah,
it
like
looks
the
a little
cell
bit
shading.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's very cool. And it's voiced by Ron Perlman, which I love.
Nice.
And between like so there's like a group of levels. The first group of levels is like the first level of purgatory or whatever. And then you go to like the bayou, and I haven't beaten the bayou yet. There's another one, I forget what it's called, but you go to, and the the levels are sort of grouped with like a theme. So the first theme of levels is like looks a little bit like a mine shaft in like the Old West or something. And then the second group of levels is like, in winter, so everything's real cold. And then the bayou, of course, looks like you're running through a swamp.
Mm-hmm.
And the enemies are all, different accordingly. And between, groups of levels, you get to see a witch, they call her. And you can spend sin that you've gathered from killing the enemies to get permanent upgrades. So it's a roguelite in the sense that you die every time, and a lot of things don't travel from run to run. But then, of course, you get the permanent upgrades from the witch. So she'll help you travel from run to run.
Sweet.
And
that does look cool.
It's just, there's no story, and I love it. And it's mindless fun, and so yeah, West of Dead. It's not too expensive either, and I really hope that it wasn't built on the Unity engine. I haven't.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds great. Yeah, I actually own that one too, and I played it not too long ago, but I have not picked it up in a while, so that makes me want to get back to it because it is really interesting and fun looking game. So.
Oh yeah, and you're like this character, like your head is like a flaming skull. You look like Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah,
that movie with Nicolas Cage. Yeah, it looks like
you look like Nicolas Cage.
The flaming skull. Well, I mean, you look like Nicolas Cage when he had the flaming skull, so you don't really have facial features.
Like a shark or something?
No, you just run around and you get the flaming skull and you shoot things.
Very
Pew,
cool.
pew, pew, pew. Yeah. Pew,
All right. Thank you, Lupine. And Matt, you are up next.
Do it.
It's okay. You stepped slightly on my toes. I might step slightly on yours.
Okay.
Crash toes.
Do it.
So, I know that there are a lot of people, both in our little community as well as everyone out there in the extended community that listens to our podcast, that are big fans of books. We all like to read books, find new books, and sometimes you want to be able to read a book, but you just don't have the time, which is where audiobooks come in. They're really great if have a long commute, or if you're like me, you're just more of an auditory processor than you are a visual one. And after finishing the last book that I recommended back in tape 15, I learned the horrible truth behind what a terrible company Audible is, and how they are known for locking in authors with draconian DRM, and they're known to screw them out of their own profits by charging them back at later dates. They actively encourage people to buy books and then return them after they're done. And then when they return them, they take that money away from the author. Which just everything they do is absolutely terrible. And so for a while, I was on the look for an audiobook service that I wouldn't feel bad for using. And I have actually finally found something that works really well. It is a service called Libro.fm. And what it is it is an audiobook marketplace. However, the really cool twist is that when you sign up for an account, you pick a local bookstore, an actual physical local bookstore. In my case, it's a place called Two Dandelions Bookshop out in Brighton, Michigan. So every time I make a purchase on Libro, whether with just straight money or with credits, you can either purchase credits for yourself or you can sign up for like a monthly membership. But every time I buy one of those audiobooks, not only am I'm actually buying the book. I don't have to deal with any weird DRM where, Amazon or somebody at some point might go, yeah, no, and just take all my stuff away. I have those books. But also, a good chunk of the proceeds from your purchase go to whatever local bookstore you are supporting.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so not only do you get the benefit of being able to shop a good range of audiobooks, but you get to do it guilt-free because you are actively supporting local bookstores. So if you're like me and you like audiobooks, but you don't want to support Amazon, go check out Libro FM. I mean, they don't have the selection. I will admit that they don't have the wide net selection that, Audible and Amazon does because it's Amazon.
Yeah.
But I have found more than enough books that have made it worth my time to support this company over Jeff Bezos and his strangely shaped rocket ships. So yeah, check out Libro.fm if you're looking to pick up some new audiobooks anytime soon.
Do it.
Okay. Thank you, Matt. And guys, I'm up next, and I'm going to say it right out loud. I freely admit it. I love
Starfield?
barbecue sauce.
Oh, me too.
I am guilty
Barbecue
of
sauce.
slathering it on wings, drowning fries or tots with it, and of course, strategizing which flavor I'll be pouring on the next grilled hamburger or hot dog. Oh, yeah. Now, recently, a friend gifted me with something new. Bakken's Japanese barbecue sauces. The cold-filled vegan non-GMO small batches are available in original, hot and spicy, miso, and even yuzu.
Yuzu?
Miso. They're thin and more
Your brother
watery than other commercial barbecue sauces, making them ideal for marinades or thin glazing on meats or even dipping sauces. I'm partial to the hot spicy because I like heat, but the miso is so comforting while the yuzu adds a bit of citrus tang, especially on soup dumplings.
Oh, yeah.
Bakken's is available online or in specialty grocery stores. So if you dig a salty, sweet, soy-based sauce, give them a try.
They're amazing. The original's my favorite, though.
They are incredible. Yep.
Yeah.
It was
Heard good things. Have not had a chance to try them yet.
definitely worth trying, and
Yep.
I'm sort of a addict right now, so I kind of want it on everything.
It's almost like barbecue soy sauce, but not
Yeah.
super salty. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
thought that was beer that Jeremy was drinking?
This isn't water. This is barbecue sauce.
It's barbecue
Crystal
sauce.
barbecue sauce.
Pepsi, Crystal barbecue sauce.
So good, so good. Yeah, you think because it's soy based, you're like, well, this is gonna be
Yeah.
super salty, but they do a
Right.
really good job in balancing. everything. What the heck?
Yep.
It's so good. All right, Brian, why don't you close us off?
I've got this Japanese barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
Everybody knows I'm a fan of anime, and I've watched, so far that's still in production, but I've watched all of One Piece anime, which is a little hard to follow sometimes, and it's a little out there, and that's why I like it. I cringe sometimes watching it, but I still enjoy it. But that's not what I'm recommending. I'm recommending the new to Netflix live action version of One Piece. I was very skeptical because the story of One Piece it's about pirates that are looking for the ultimate treasure called the One Piece. And whoever finds it first becomes the king of the pirates. So they get to rule everybody and all have to pay tithings, and they will be the richest in the world. And everybody is searching for this, and they're fighting each other to get it. They're fighting the military who's trying to stop all of them from getting this, because then they wouldn't have any power. But the little key twist in the show is there's devil fruit that are in this world, in this universe. And if you eat one, it gives you a specific type of power to that devil fruit. And there's usually only one fruit that has that one power. Our protagonist eats the gum devil fruit, which allows him to become made of rubber, His whole body. He can stretch. He can do tons of stuff. Yes, he can. Anything you could imagine a cartoon doing or an animation doing.
Including down there?
Yes, including down there, like underneath a table.
Whoa.
But the downside, devil fruit, is the ocean or the sea or whatever body of water you're sailing on. If you fall in, you cannot swim. You will sink immediately to the bottom and die. There's the downside. So all these pirates that have this devil fruit, if they go in the water,
That's kind of a
that's
big
it.
downside.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
big downside.
I've been seeing some of the people that I follow have been talking about it.
Mhm.
And I thought this was a joke, but apparently in canon, there was one guy who ate the devil fruit and his power was that he could swim.
I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen that yet because everything's still coming from Japan over. But I don't think I saw
Apparently
that
that's
yet.
a legitimate thing.
There's some weird ones. So his power is to be able to swim. Yay! There's some pretty dumb ones, but there's some funny ones, and then there's some useful ones and cool ones. But yeah, if you're into anime but have a hard time following some of them, or the intro song is 3.5 minutes, the actual anime is like 11 minutes, and then the outro song and a little blurb at the end is another 3.5 minutes. Try the live action. It covers it very well. It does good character development. And the special effects are pretty damn good. And I believe there's like maybe only one or two actors in it that are semi-famous, but everybody is fairly new, which is cool. One of the girls that plays Nami has been in several things, but other than that, it's a good cast. You can tell they're all eager to prove themselves, and they're doing their damnedest. So check it out on Netflix. At least watch 1 or 2 episodes and see what you think. It's called One Piece.
Okay. Thank you, Brian. And that's it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you prefer. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. Meanwhile, visit lovecrafttapes.com for up-to-date information about our podcast, and subscribe to our live streams at twitch.tv/lovecrafttapes or youtube.com/lovecrafttapes. You can chat with me in real time at discord.lovecrafttapes.com.
And if anybody happens to know Jeremy Renner, can you point him my way? I need some tips for how to Hawkeye my way out of a
But very
situation.
specifically point him your way, not
Yeah.
like bow first.
Yeah, no. I just need some advice on how to get out of a sticky situation when all you have is a bow and a bunch of arrows. You can tell him to find me on both Mastodon and Blue Sky at The Real Weird Kid. I'll be waiting. Jeremy, call me.
Okay, later.
No, not you. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But you can too.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to.
And I don't know exactly. Hey, look over there.
What am I looking? What? Oh, man.
If you look where Lupine is pointing, you'll find me.
The third time this week I've fallen for that.
Oh, this is fun. We're having fun, right? This is good banter.
This is gold, Jerry. Gold.
Are you done, Lupine?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Go to my Linktree. Linktree/loop. I invented all one word.
Do it.
And then look over there.
Everybody that's out on our Discord, drop my name, and I will go to Discord and look and see what you said about me. I need that distraction right now, so I'm begging you to do that. Thank you.
Until next time, roll 4. Oh, fuck.